Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and in this video I'm going to review Season 4, Episode 18 of the Vampire Diaries, called Pictures of You. And I've been, as you guys can see, I've kind of been behind with the show. I stopped watching because other things just came on and I missed things, and then there was 1 week where I recorded and I never watched it, and I just forgot to, and so I catched up with it, and I'm really glad I did, because after that episode where Jeremy was killed, Vampire Diaries started to get amazing, and this episode was beyond amazing, and now I love the show again, so definitely more in-depth reviews coming for the Vampire Diaries, definitely. So this episode was basically about senior prom is coming to Mystic Falls, and as we know, whenever there is some big town event in Mystic Falls, shit hits the fan. We know that because every time something big happens, and boy did it ever in this episode, there was so much that happened. So, the biggest thing I want to talk about first is this cure. I thought it was amazing in the last episode how the cure did not work and that Catherine had the cure. So, we don't know where Catherine is exactly. When we come back, we don't know where Catherine is exactly. We know that she has the cure, though, but we're not sure if that was her or Silas. We still need to know that. We don't know if that was her or Silas. I think it might have been Silas, because we didn't see Catherine for the rest of the episode. So maybe Silas was pretending to be Catherine. But I don't know. Maybe it could have been Catherine. I honestly don't know. So then we see that after this all happens, we see that Rebecca still wants the cure, and I really think Rebecca is being a bitch about this. Why, out of all people, why would Rebecca want the cure? I think this is silly. Very out of character for Rebecca. I mean, all this time she's been a vampire. Why would she want the cure? Apparently she wants to be more human and wants to make better decisions, but I don't know. I don't think she should get the cure. I just think she's being a bitch and is giving it and is just going to have it all for her to herself. I think that's stupid that she's having it all to herself, basically. So we also see so when Elena goes to the prom. By the way, I've been loving Elena more now that she lost her humanity. She's becoming incredible. She's like an incredible bitch right now. Like, she's a cool bitch, though. It's more like Catherine bitch. Elena and Catherine are starting to turn into the same person, I think. Although Catherine doesn't have the hots for either Damon or Stefan. So that's a given. So we see that that Elena took Caroline's dress, which I just have to say, Elena, what the hell? You took Caroline's dress. You shouldn't take Caroline's dress. That's not the right thing to do. So Elena basically is with Stefan right now. It seemed like she was going to go with Damon, but she kept going back and forth between Damon and Stefan. And so yeah, while this is going on, big things happen, and I felt, now let's get to Caroline. Basically, I have to talk about everything that happened at once, because everything happens at once in this episode, and I think that was just amazing the way it happened. Caroline and Klaus, I thought their scenes were hilarious, like the scene where she's like, Elena stole my dress, and he's basically like, the whole town, and she's like, do you hear me? And he said, yo, yes, I hear you. The whole town in Mystic Falls heard you. I think that's fantastic. That's a great humorous banter. I really enjoy that. I think they would make a really cute couple together, and I'd really enjoy that. I felt really bad for Caroline, though. I mean, she goes to the prom. She usually has these, as we know, she has these big events. She's usually the one who coordinates everything. She's usually the leader of everything. And at this point, though, she's not the leader. She is completely in the dust right now. She's in the bus, and nobody really cares. And I don't think that's right, because she puts together all this stuff for you, and then you don't even care. It's not nice. But finally, someone shows up for Caroline. Tyler shows up, and they have a nice little scene together. I thought that was fantastic. While I might not necessarily want it to be Tyler, I'm glad someone finally showed up for Caroline. We did see a little bit of Stefan and Caroline interaction. I'd really like either Caroline to go with Stefan or Klaus. I feel like Tyler's kind of too, I don't know. Caroline seems more tough to me, and Tyler's very, like, fluffy. And I don't think Caroline to be with someone is that fluffy. And when I say fluffy, I mean, like, tender, you know, nurturing. Yes, he's a good boyfriend, but I'd really like to see her be with Stefan or Klaus. I think it'd be something completely different, and I think it'd be really cool, too. So I enjoyed that. So in the meantime, while all this is happening, and this is basically the big plot here, we have Elena basically, Elena and Bonnie, this is huge. Bonnie basically is going crazy with her magic, pretty much. She is voted for, and when they call the prom king and queen, Bonnie and Matt actually win prom king and queen. And once this happens, the episode gets crazy, and crazy stuff starts to happen. Elena tries to kill Bonnie because she thinks if she can't kill Silas, then she's going to kill Bonnie. And so she basically tries to kill Bonnie, but this crazy thing happens. And I just want to tell you guys, did that scene not remind you of Carrie? I mean, think about it. Room shaking, evil witch, you know, doing teenage witch, misunderstood witch, doing all this stuff. And, yeah, so teenage witch, what do you guys think? I think it reminded me a lot of Carrie. And, after this, Elena starts to get bloodthirsty, and she has to bite on somebody, and she ends up biting April. And I think this was so mean. April's one of my favorite characters. I think she's one of the best recurring characters. She's just very cute and hot, and I really like April. I've liked her all season. Although there has been sometimes this season where we're not sure if she's been good or bad. I personally think she's good. I don't think she's bad. But then we get to the really big event of the episode, because Rebecca basically, in order for, you know, April to live, Rebecca has to give April some of her blood. Now, Rebecca does not necessarily want to do this because she, of course, as we know, wants to be human. And if she does this, she is no longer going to be able to have the cure. So she can't have the cure, and, yeah, but she ends up doing it. But in this time, though, Silas is pretending to be Rebecca to Elijah, and pretends to be Rebecca getting the cure. And so Silas basically stole the cure. I personally think, though, maybe it was Catherine. Maybe Catherine is Silas. I don't know. I don't really know. But he takes the cure, and Rebecca is right there on the front porch. And at this point, Elijah's just like, what the hell just happened? I thought that was interesting. He didn't really do it like that, but I'm sure he was probably like, what the hell? That doesn't make any sense. And then weird stuff starts to happen with Silas. We see a fake version of Stefan stab Damon, and the same thing happens to Stefan with Damon. And I thought that was interesting, how that all worked out. And then Bonnie basically starts to go crazy. Elena again tries to bit her. Bonnie doesn't know what she's doing. She starts trying to kill her friend, and she finally realizes what she's doing. She finally realizes she needs some help, and she can't stop, and she realizes she can't control her magic. And I think this is amazing how they did that. I thought that was an amazing scene. Kat Graham did a really good job in that scene, and I think she did a great job in this episode. I think she should definitely be nominated for Best Supporting Actress this year. She's been doing some amazing work. Even though I don't necessarily love this storyline, I think she's an amazing actress, and she's done a lot of really good work this season. I definitely think she should get something. And then the episode ends. This is huge. This is just really, really big. Basically, the episode ends with Rebecca seeing Silas, and we don't know who Silas really is. And then we see that Klaus got a note from Catherine, but I personally think that maybe Catherine is Silas. We don't know who Silas is. I'm thinking Catherine is Silas because why would Silas want the cure? I'm trying to figure this out. Why would Silas want this cure? Catherine would be the one to have the cure, because Catherine had it in the last episode. So Catherine would probably be the one to want the cure, not Silas. I don't see why Silas would want the cure. Silas is a creature that's been there for years. If he knew about this cure, he would have gotten it sooner. Supposedly, this cure has been here for years, and wouldn't Silas have known about it? So why would Silas want the cure? I'm thinking that Silas is a person that we just don't know about, and I'm really thinking it's Catherine. So I didn't see the promo for next week because Glee came on. I will check it out, but I really love this episode. 10 out of 10. For me, these episodes are really getting great. I just absolutely loved American Gothic, and I loved all the episodes. I just think the whole show is becoming amazing, and I love the Vampire Diaries again. So that's it for my review of Season 4, Episode 18, Pictures of You. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode. Oh, also, they played Rihanna's song, Stay, in this episode. I thought that was really cool how they did that. Finally, they play a mainstream song. Usually they play songs for us to learn about, but I think it was kind of cool how they played a song that everybody knows. So yeah, I really love this episode. What do you think? Who do you think Caroline should be with? I mean, I personally think, yeah, her and Tyler make a cute couple, but I really think what we saw of Klaus and Caroline was really cute. I know she's possibly going to be on the original show, on the spinoff. I think they said she's probably going to be on that, which I'm looking forward to. And by the way, that episode's going to be April 25th, which is, that's next week's episode. Next week's episode is the originals. That's going to be interesting to see how all that works. So I'm really looking forward to this episode. I really loved the episode. And that's it for my review. Excuse me. That's it for my review of the Vampire Diaries Season 2, Episode 19, not 18. I don't know why I said 18. Episode 19, Pictures of You. Let me know what you guys thought of it. What did you think of the whole thing? Who do you think Silas is? That's it for my review. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!